The next section that we'll review today will be the employees section. Now, in the employees section, you're going to be able to manage your team, your scheduling, your time tracking, as well as payroll. So, as you can see, we currently have 11 active employees, no pending days off requests, and no scheduling conflicts. Let's go ahead and add an employee so I can show you how this feature works. So we're going to add the employee name, add their title, their email, their phone number, their address, their date of birth, their hire date, and we want to make sure we add the rate of pay here so that way when we complete payroll, it gives the proper amount of their pay. You also have an area where you can change the status of the employee. So currently, this is a new employee, so they're going to be active. If they were to leave the company, then of course you would put inactive. If they're on a leave, then you would put on leave. The next process is you're going to want to create a 4-digit PIN number for each of your employees that will be unique and only for their use. They will use these PIN numbers to access timesheets as well as to submit days off requests and to complete trades with other employees. So let's go ahead and create the PIN for this employee. And we're going to simply hit add. I will show you in another section how you can retrieve those PIN numbers and reset those PIN numbers if needed. The next thing that we'll take a look at, we now see that we have 12 employees and the employee that we just added is now present here. Let's take a look at scheduling. So let's go ahead and add on the schedule this new employee that we have. We want to go ahead and put them in for a morning shift and an afternoon shift. That way they are understanding how we work both shifts. So let's go ahead and put them on for the morning. Save that schedule. And then let me also put them on for a Sunday as well. And we'll put them on for an afternoon shift. So now we have them added for 2 days so they can complete their training for their new position. So the next thing we'll take a look is going to be timesheets. So with timesheets, again, employees have to enter their PIN to be able to access this area. Let's take a look at AA here. And we're going to enter in time. So let's go ahead and enter in time for AA. We will put this for tomorrow's date. Put 9 a.m. arrival time. Shift start time, we'll put 11 a.m. And we'll put the end time at 4 p.m. And then we'll go ahead and put that they have a 30-minute break. So as you can see, the system automatically calculated the hours worked. So we'll go ahead and add entry. And then now we'll go ahead and lock this section back. So after they complete any time, any day off requests, or any trades, they need to hit lock. Otherwise, another employee can come behind them and access their information for their timesheets. Now let's take a look at the day off request and how they would submit that. So we have clicked on the day off request. We're now going to go ahead and add a day off request in for AA again. Hit unlock to unlock that area. So as you can see, they already have a day off request for Saturday and Sunday that they've put in. We're going to add another one in and we'll go ahead and put this in for the following week. And we'll put for the 13th off and the 14th. So this is just going to be personal. If they had a reason that they wanted to request off and make sure that they get it, they can of course put more information here. I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. Now we're going to go ahead and lock this area back once more because we're done making our request for days off and we don't want someone to come behind us and access our information. So now we want to go ahead and make a trade with another employee. So we've clicked on trades. We're going to go ahead and choose AA again. Unlock this area. And then what we're going to do is request a trade. And then we're going to want to give up our shift for, Wednesday the 8th. And we want to switch with Junior. And we will take his Tuesday shift on the 7th. So we're just switching, doing an even trade. Going to go ahead and hit submit. It's now showing pending. Another request we had here shows approved. So now we're going to lock this section again. We're now going to go ahead and go to the administrative view trades, enter in the administrative pass PIN number. And then here we can either approve or deny the trade between AA and Junior. We're going to go ahead and approve this trade. So now it's showing as approved. We're going to go back to scheduling and we're going to look at the date of the 7th and 8th and make sure that this has been switched over in the system. So as we can see, it shows this was a trade done here, the 7th and the 8th. And it's showing trade from AA and from Junior here. So it's showing they made that trade for that schedule. So now we're going to take a look. We're going to, of course, go back to trades. We're going to lock this information because, again, we don't want anyone to come behind us and have access to that area. So what we're going to take a look at now is the payroll section. So you want to go back to employees, click on administrative unlock payroll, enter in your PIN number, and then you'll have access to this area. So we want to, of course, remove the email from out of that section if it shows, because you want to be able to view everyone's details. Now, in this section here at the bottom of the page, you're able to view the employees' PIN numbers, and you simply click on manage. If you need to manage those and view those, you would hit view. And then if you need to reset it, you simply hit reset PIN, enter in the new PIN, and save. We'll go ahead and do one for demonstration purposes. X out of it. Let's go back to manage. Click on view, and you see that PIN was updated. So now let's go back up to the top panel. And we're going to look at running the payroll. So let's go ahead and click on run payroll. We're going to run it for the week, not for the month. You can run it however you want, but we're going to just do it for the week, or for the 1st through the 10th. It's calculating the details. So as you can see here, we have 2 employees, 16 hours and 25 minutes, total gross pay of $200. And that's because AA has a salary in at $20 per hour and Esley has $0. This is why it's important when you add your employee to add their pay rate in the system. Otherwise, when you generate payroll, it will not calculate their correct pay information. So let's go ahead and look at AA's. Since it is correct, we're going to go ahead and download the pay stub for them so you can have a view of that. So when you do your branding for your onboarding process, it's going to have your information here along with the pay period, the run date, the employee's name, the hours worked, total hours worked, regular rate of pay, and then the amount of that payment. So again, it's going to be vital to make sure that you add the pay rate information in to the system so that way they can ensure that they're getting paid the accurate amount. You're also able to download PDF or CSV files as well. So again, we're going to lock this section. So we don't want anyone to be able to access that. So as you can see now, it's saying unlock payroll and it's no longer here. Let's go ahead and look at all of the other tabs to make sure everything is locked. Other than schedules, it's still available. So when looking at scheduling, you can actually put in your schedules however far out you want to put them out. So as you can see, by clicking on the arrow, it's going to allow you to do week after week after week for your payroll. So that's very convenient, not just for yourself, but also for your employees.